All right, we are recording. So from now on, sound is part of this. You just need to go to the bathroom. You can go. Oh, okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to where we usually get isometric, and we're going to go down to section view. And then I'm going to click on the front plane. So that cuts this piece that we were given in half. Hit check on that. And then we're going to throw some drawings on that split piece, on that front plane. So I'm going to click on the front plane, and then I'm going to draw a construction line. And I want it to be aligned with that origin. So you see how the yellow pops up? So I'm going to go to the left of the origin, pull right through the origin, keeping it horizontally constrained, and click. We're good there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click back and forth between this and the other drawing that I put the dimensions on so I can see what's going on. I didn't do dimensions for this one, so let me throw that on there real quick, which is I need the distance from the very end of here to the very end of here. Okay, so it's 110. So now that I have that, I have everything I need, I think. All right, so we're going to go with 110. If you hear background noise, it's just some of my students. Sorry, can't help myself. I'm going to hit enter. So this is the dimension that we have for this, but we need a dimension here, and that's that 10.4. So it's actually from this very edge to over here is 10.4. So I'm going to put that in here. And I'm going to go from, I guess I'm going to pick this line over to this point because it's being weird. Oh, I'm not dimensioning. Why am I not dimensioning? Here we go. So this point to this, there we go. Okay. And that's going to be 10.5, 10.4. Okay. So now that we have that, we have the beginnings of the shape. We're going to cut everything out. We're going to mirror it. And then we're going to go and revolve cut it. So bear with me here as we put in a bunch of shapes. The first one that they do is a rectangle. And it goes all the way from one end to the other. And if you look, it won't snap to that. So I'm going to go out. And then I'm going to go back with a coincident and snap that point to this point here. So now they are aligned together. I'm going to do something that they didn't do in the drawing, the videos that we saw, which is I'm going to go in with scissors and I'm going to cut that one solid line. So see how I still have the dashed line? So don't cut the dashed line. Cut the solid one. If for some reason you cut the wrong one, you can fix it. But by doing that, it's going to help me out when I go to, I don't have to right click and keep doing that thing that's messing with people. All right, let's look at some more dimensions we have here. We're not going to worry about that 7.4 yet. We're going to worry about the 10.4, which we did. And then the next dimension here is this 4.6. And it is 30 millimeters. So we're going to go ahead and do 4.6. Is it on the inside or the outside of the cutout? It's on the inside. So I'm going to start here. And I'm just going to go along like this. And then I'm going to take the scissors and cut that bottom because we don't need that, right? Okay, so that dimension from here to here is, what did I say? 4.6. And then from here to here is 30, and that's where we're going to do that drop down technique that we've done before. So we're going to click on the line, go down here, click on it, but then drop the mouse down before we do that second click. Only a single click. And that should be 30. And then the next dimension after that is this 28. I feel like I need the line to go all the way down. So I'm going to go ahead and make this line go down all the way. Again, I'm deviating from the drawings, from the video, so. You know what it is? It's that there's a dimension here we're missing, but that's okay. We'll get there. All right, the next one's 28 and 7. So I'm going to go here, and I don't want it to tie into a midpoint. Then I'm going to come down to here. Scissors for this. And I'm going to say that this is dimensioned. Again, I'm going to click on the dotted line, and then bring my mouse down, and that's going to be 28. I'll go back and dimension the width as 7. All right, so we're in good shape right now. We have a lot of the dimensions we need. This dimension here, we're going to go down here, is going to be 15. And now we're going to go ahead and we have to mirror all of this onto the other side. So to mirror it, I'm going to go ahead and put in a midpoint line. So I did a construction line, and I'm looking for that midpoint symbol to pop up. I feel like it should be somewhere around here. Hello, where are you? You see it? The eyeball? You guys know what I'm... Oh, it just popped. Okay, right there. Okay, so now that we have that midpoint, we are good to mirror. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror it, starting with the middle line, and then picking the other lines that need to be done. Make sure you get all the lines, because I'll tell you right now, if there is a line missing, like that little itty bitty one, that will affect you later. I'm not sure if we need a line in that other spot. So let's see what that does. Okay. Let's see what that does. I need one more line. So before I do anything else, I'm going to draw this line. And it's going to go from here, but do not let it pull to the midpoint, because I had that happen to somebody where it locked into the midpoint. And we're going to dimension that from here to here. 18. All right, let's see what that does. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do revolve, and we're going to be cutting it out. We're removing. So revolve, remove. Sometimes it's hard to pick the pieces that you want to do. So you got to kind of zoom in, hover. I'm not sure why this isn't selecting. This is frustrating. Really, I should do all of this, so I'm not sure why it's not. I'm just clicking it all, hoping it will work. I wonder if I could do just everything from that sketch. If I select the sketch. No, it still doesn't pick everything out. Okay, so remember I said the thing about that we might need that solid line back? That is what the problem is. So let's go back in and throw that line back in. So I'm just going from this end to this end. And hopefully that gives us everything we need to make it solid and therefore be able to revolve and cut it. So revolve, remove. Yeah, now everything's going fine. Maybe. Let me pick sketch 1 and see what happens. Okay, it did do everything if you pick sketch 1. Revolve from there. And this is what you should have. If you have this cut out, you're in good shape. You've got the dimensions, you've done the cutout, and you're ready to move on. Now this is where things get a little weird. You're going to now add to that using that same sketch. So I'm going to turn the sketch back on, and I'm going to go to revolve. And this time there's new or add. We want to make sure it stays on new. So when I select this, it might jump to add. Don't let it jump to add. So I'm going to there, and then I'm picking that revolve axis. And see, it went to add. So make sure I go back and hit new. It's a different color. We're good to go. Now for the next one, did I delete that line over there? Why is that line not there on this side? It's on this side. Interesting. Let's see. I'm going back into my sketch because apparently I deleted something. This should be here still. So now when I go into, yeah, see, it's still not there. It just happened. It's there. Just being weird. Okay. All right, so now when I go into my revolve, I can click on this and then click on the revolve axis. And again, I'm getting that nice little seal. Then finally, I'm going to do one more revolve, but this time I'm going to click on this and this and this. Okay, it's got everything now. Revolve axis. And hopefully that was right.
Hi, anybody that can screen share.
All right, so now we're good to go. I'm going to hit check. And I'm going to go back here to turn off section view. And you're going to see that everything is in there. Okay? We have to go through and we have to put that shape on there that exists. So I'm going to go to my left view. And I'm going to sketch on the plane of this circle here. This one in the middle. I'm going to pick, we're going to use the hexagon, but it's going to be, we're going to go for 6-sided here. And make sure it's not tying into anything. Sometimes it'll like turn yellow and tie into something, or it'll have another constraint. Don't let it have any constraints. Let it just be there. Keep it at 6. We can make this shape. Now let's see if I put that dimension on there, or if I need to go back and dimension it. Looks like I have to dimension it to know it. .78 is correct. So that dimension is from here to here. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to extrude it, but it's weird because it's 3 millimeters from the back of it. So let me go into isometric view so you can see what, oh, that's the wrong way. Okay. We want to go this direction. I'm zooming in so you can see. I'm going to extrude this part and I'm going to go, instead of blind, I'm going to go up to face and I'm going to click on this outside part. And then I'm going to offset it 3 millimeters. So it just bumps it down that 3 here. If you do that, you're in good shape. Okay, so for the most part, we're in good shape. We're now going to take all of this that we've built and we're going to make an assembly out of it. So that was Part Studio 1, and that has all the pieces we need. So now I'm going to go into assembly. When I go into assembly and go into insert, you have, of course, you can insert assemblies, or you can insert the whole Part Studio 1, or you could do the hub and the different parts. I didn't label them, but we can put them in this way. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the hub. And then I'm going to check, right click on it and fix it, right? Because we always want that first piece that we bring in fixed. Then I'm going to bring in one of that part to the tube, two of these pieces, and two of these. And then hit check. So now all you have to do is go through and do your fasten mates. And they'll be, it'll line everything up correctly. So I'm going to do this here. Random people like talking once in a while.
No talking.
We're going to do another fasten mate. Ah, okay. I can do that. So I did that. If you saw, I kind of meant to I got the wrong one here. And then check. Now let's do it on the other side. Same thing. We're just putting these together, because when we put them together, I feel like there's a piece missing here, but we're going to keep going. And then with this one, I have to flip it. So if you've done everything correctly, it's all good to go. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Not only did I not put names for the different parts, but I didn't put what type of material they are. So we'll have to go back and do that, but at least this gets you started on the video. I'll do a new video with the parts following this one.